Traumatic experiences with ayahuasca. You're watching this video because you're interested in drinking ayahuasca or someone close to you and you're concerned, what if I end up traumatized? Or you already drank it and you feel a little traumatized and you're trying to figure out what happened and why did it happen. There was something wrong with the shaman, with the medicine, with myself, and can I get out of this? Well, let's look at this. Trauma, if we go to the core of it, is never what happens, but how we experience it and what happens because of it. Trauma is in our reaction, mental, emotional, and physical, to something that happened, but not the situation or the happening itself. For example, in the world there's many kids that grow up with an abusive father or mother, but not all of those kids are traumatized because of that. Some of them thought, well, my parents are arguing and that's their problem. And they grew up without much worries about that, perhaps. And some other grew up with fear, feeling that there's nowhere safe for them. In the same way, there are people who get into a car accident and they are traumatized and they can never drive again. They get panic attacks, fear. Some people get this from a relationship, a bad breakup, and they just close down and become traumatized, and they feel panic and anxiety when they try to connect and to open up to somebody else. At the same time, there's people that get into severe motorcycle accidents, car accidents, and then as soon as they're fine, they're back on the road. No big deal. People who experience, and I include myself in this group, severe ugliness when it comes to breakups, a lot of reasons to never want to trust anybody again, and we decide, hey, you know what, let's move on, let's keep going. So what makes someone be traumatized and someone not? A lot of different factors can play in. Of course, there are situations that you may have lived, or it is possible to live situations during an ayahuasca ceremony that can be trauma-inducing. But to feel traumatized is how you react to that. So number one, if the place where you are drinking ayahuasca does not have at least an invitation or an option for you to have an integration process, hopefully guided by them, this increases the risks of you feeling traumatized. I know people in the center that I work with, before there were options for integration, that had experiences that were so overwhelming that they felt left them with a bit of a bruised mind. So when you see those videos or articles of people feeling traumatized after an ayahuasca ceremony, what they're saying in essence is, I couldn't handle the intensity of what came up. And for sure, maybe the intensity had to do with a container that was not trustworthy and reliable. Maybe the intensity had to do with poor preparation, which is the case in a lot of situations. Maybe the intensity had a little bit of both. Medicine that was a little too strong, with a shaman that was not very responsible or experienced, a container that wasn't safe, a mind that wasn't ready, a body that wasn't strong and prepared properly, a poor diet before coming, and it all collides to create an experience that can be described as traumatizing. However, it would be the same as saying, hey, never date anybody. You will end up traumatized. I tried dating and I ended up traumatized. This is my story. This is how the YouTube videos or the articles go. And if it was about dating, most people could look at me and say, wow, grow up, Of course you got traumatized. Like, look how you showed up. You were not ready for that relationship. Or look who you chose as your partner. Of course that girl was gonna do that to you. Come on. Take responsibility for your role in that and then move forward. Grow from it, learn, and do not do the same mistakes. Aim to do things differently moving forward. However, when it comes to ayahuasca, we're almost seeking for reassurance. Oh yes, ayahuasca is bad. Oh yeah, this is not healthy. This is not good for the mind. This person got traumatized. This person really recommended not to drink it. This person felt overwhelmed and saw a lot of scary things. Yes, it's possible. I have plenty of videos that teach you and guide you on red flags and what to do and what not to do when it comes to choosing where you want to drink medicine. you can watch them. But at the end of the day, trauma-inducing situations, they abound everywhere, not only in ayahuasca ceremonies. Feeling traumatized means that there was no way of navigating that was supportive, nourishing, or healthy. I have personally had experiences that felt like hell, like literal hell, where I was praying for it to stop and hoping that, okay, I will never drink this again in my life. But as the experience kept going, I realized how that was a part of myself, how that was reflecting the lack of preparation, maybe a mind that had made commitments to be honest and was lying in small places. So it was the medicine confronting me with things that were so dark and ugly that I didn't want to look at, but they were inside of me. So after that, I felt profound humility and transformation, because I could see, wow, I do not want to be this person. And I could see how the chaos that I saw was all mine. On the other hand, we have known and we receive sometimes people from places where they ended up quite traumatized, where the container was not safe, where maybe they were playing music out of a speaker and a playlist, where the facilitators were not paying attention. And then suddenly the experience just turned into a living hell without an insight, without a lesson, without a teaching. In those cases, yes, ayahuasca can be traumatizing, but there's few places where things are done with such carelessness. On the other hand, if you want to go deep, but feel supported and feel safe and ensure that you don't end up traumatized, choose a proper center and ensure that they have a preparation, a solid preparation and integration program. And of course, if you trust me and you want to drink medicine with us, the links are below. We ensure that people are well prepared, but also that they have a process that they're taking through whenever they're ready to drink the medicine and then come back into their homes so they can integrate. They can make sense of what happened. No matter how beautiful or how ugly it was, there's always a silver lining that can make our life better. So do not be afraid of ayahuasca being a traumatizing experience. Nothing is a traumatizing experience. Experiences can be difficult, uncomfortable, and ugly. However, what you do with them is what counts. Hope this was useful, and I'll see you soon.